Good evening, everybody. This week's quick video. It's quick or as long as I can have it here. For Riverdale Season 3, episode number 2. Coming off the great premiere that we had last week, now heading to episode 2, chapter 37. The title of the episode, chapter 37, Fortune and Men's Eyes. Gargoyle King rises and Archie falls on dynamic Riverdale. It was a dynamic Riverdale episode. I certainly enjoyed it thoroughly, but I will talk about this episode as thoroughly as I can. I have a lot of other things going on, a lot of balls to juggle here tonight with my other video to do with Last Man Standing, and also sorry. All right, here we go. All right, here we go with my notes. Here we go talking about the episode. Leading up to this season, the cast and crew of Riverdale has made it a point to state that despite the arrival of cults and gargoyle kings and the mysterious teen who can apparently inflict seizures upon their classmates, that the show is not getting supernatural. But I beg to differ. It seems like it is. Maybe it's doing that without going all the way overboard, because that's not their shtick. Meaning that's not their thing, but just doing it here to ends of a means is where I'm thinking of being, as I have in my notes. Ends of a means to get to the season. What that be, I don't know. But it seems like that is going to be the case. I mean, it be what it be. Let's begin with the new big bad of the season, the Gargoyle King. Tonight, Betty and Jughead. Sorry, I have my notes as if I was typing and was going to do it on the night of the episode. But anyways, Jughead found themselves the blood-coated face with this mysterious creature who is almost certainly not just in the costume or stilts. Our costume stilts. The more we learn about griffins and gargoyles, the more it seems like the game is the dark dungeon track come violently to life, seemingly played only by Riverdale's outsiders. RPG causes players to fully immerse themselves in it with deadly results. There's something that is intoxicating about watching Betty and Veronica try to solve mysteries together. A feeling that is taken to the 10th degree when said mysteries take place in a lost Ian Hatch. They ran hardcore sprouts are typically excellent in these sorts of scenes. And we have adapted to the increasingly ridiculous plots that the show keeps throwing at them with grace and style. We also learned tonight that the Riverdale adults, including the much-hated Hiram Lodge, united in their youth to bury a secret about the game. So, completely again could conjure the Gargoyle King and his bloodlust into existence? If so, how is this not supernatural at all? Then there's the arrival of seizure groupie Evelyn Never. I mean, these names, right? Tonight marked Zoe Gunn Mason's arrival as a character, and so far all we know about her is that she is the daughter of the Peter, Edgar, and was in close proximity to both Betty and Ethel when they suffered their seizures. This is a series that showcased musical after all, so let's not rule all of this telekinesis, because you just don't know. Before we get into the other big doings in tonight's jam-packed episode, let's take a second and address the Kevin Moose storyline. Given the forward-thinking nature of the show's writers in general, I hope that Moose's shame about being closeted isn't a storyline that goes on for too long, but still it's a good one in its own right, at least to me. Riverdale is better than this, and while teens struggling with coming out is still obviously a major issue in 2018, it's hard to watch the same show that captions love. Simon spins its wheels when it comes to having an LGBTQ character embracing his truth. But again, I still enjoy for that fact. And then there's Archie. A major part of the enjoyment that comes from watching this show results from seeing how the writers will give the character an idea that makes perfect sense for who we know him to be. Yet, no one even remotely rationally would consider tonight's big idea: throwing a football game to unite all the prisoners. Archie and Fred. Archie and Fred must have watched The Longest Yard, which, by the way, is a very good movie, a few times. I mean, yeah. Because otherwise, this plan makes not one lick of sense to me. Sorry about that. But there he is, speaking of the highs and lows of high school football with a straight face. Yet somewhere in middle America, someone says it's here and vows to do a rewatch of Friday Night Lights. This does serve a purpose, though, of enabling tonight's left field musical performance of Jailhouse Rock, which is pretty awesome, which is interrupted briefly by Hiram's arrival to remind Veronica that she and Archie will never be together and stuff like that. You know, blah, blah, blah. I know, man. It would be great if the Gargoyle King would just get this dude his own right. And remember, Archie aside, so far this season's true endgame is in fact the Gargoyle King. So much so that Dr. Riddleton goes out of his way to tell viewers that it wasn't the murder of Jason Blossom or the crime of the Black Hood that were the true face of evil, but good old GK always subtle and Riverdale. Excuse me, tonight's episode was on setting things into high gear while taking its good sweet time with other storylines. I mean, let's face it, the writers are going to have a challenge of keeping viewers invested in Veronica's speakeasy or Archie's worship when there's a bona fide monster running around Fox Forest. Overall, this episode, like the best episode of Riverdale, had enough fascinating developments and WTF moments to make the wait until next Wednesday feel memorable, especially that ending. And a little bit of notes here, more so with the episode or with characters as well. Right, the Southside Servants and Fangs Fogarty, the character of Ever Never, daughter of the farmer guru Edgar, and Newthorne in Betty's Side, made her debut as an antagonist in excellent little Archie comics of the 1950s. Although Evelyn has been MIA for decades, she is certainly experiencing something of a renaissance, being featured not only on Riverdale, but in Jamie Leon's recently completed Betty and Veronica Vixens comic. Again, I just want to share this side of things that I even myself am learning. So I even had to use, Google My Best Friend to find out some of these little facts that I'm sharing here. This was especially because tonight with him being put down, hosed up, and dozed over the powder. So, all right. R.I.P. Dilton Doley, the first Mad Dog, and Benjamin Button, gentlemen, we hardly knew ye. Sorry, there aren't Leopold, Griffin and Gargoyle games for sale at Hot Topic for Christmas, but then someone in the show's licensing department screwed up royally because they definitely could be making some money off that. So, and as usual, Cheryl gets in this episode took his burn by informing Pop's owner Veronica that you can't discriminate against someone because they're better looking than you are. There you go, girl. She is pretty hot. Actress and character. But the actress is the character, so yeah, never mind. But all in all, and such, I do say this episode was dang good. I'm looking forward to the next week episode of Riverdale on the CW each and every week. You guys know where to be. You guys, if you watch the show, you love the show or like it, who knows? But I hope you guys did enjoy this review. I apologize for I hope to get a camera and actually have a good setup for my videos. But all in all, my thoughts on the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you guys next week for the next review for Riverdale. See you guys in the next video here shortly. Talking about Last Man Standing, tonight's Halloween episode of fun and relaxation and coolness, where this one is more thinking and theories. Truly, Last Man Standing being a show that I love, yes, but one more I can just rest the brain a little bit more in a sense of that kind of thinking. But still an awesome show, and I'm glad it's back on Fox. But we're talking about that over there in that video. Share with CW and Riverdale. Let's keep that going on. Keep it on for a couple more seasons. And I'm sure that the ratings are showing that as well. Can't say the same thing about Fresh Off the Boat. But anyways, hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your weekend. And so. See you in the next video here shortly. See you in the next video that I see you individually. And above all else, as always, take care.